taking that pole position from Jake Lewis and Corey West. But on that second row of the grid, it'd be interesting to see what Travis Wyman can do from 6th on the grid. Travis made a step forward at the end of the qualifying session.
Big improvement this weekend for Hayden Schultz there too in 5th. And look at Dominic Doyle, had some issues there. 8th, Corey Alexander, great to see the arch bike there on row 3.
Technical issue in this morning's qualifying session for Corey. He lost a bit of running at the end, but able to have that 3rd row of the grid. Down into the 5th row, Mal Dobbs back in action here for her home round. And Roland, when you look further down the field, who do you think is the chance to be able to give themselves?
You got Nate Kurt there in 13th place. He's on an air-cooled BMW. You know, and you got Jeremy Travon, Jeff Lane, Rodney Best, and rounding out the field, Andrew Berkeley is our last qualifier.
Lights are on and the field is ready for action here. And off the start, it looked like Jake Lewis made a very quick start in his Hardy from the middle of the front row of the grid. We'll see if he's been able to get that whole shot down in towards turn 1. He has been able to do that, and it looks like our pole sitter Debrino's dropped down to 3rd spot, but everyone able to make it cleanly through the first corner as they now make their way up the hill. But Rog, critical to keep your nose clean here in the early stages. And you can see there for Rispoli just dangling that leg on the run into the corner as well. That's the 170 that's gone down.
Hunter Dunham, he's had such a solid weekend. Unfortunate for him, he's been riding really well all weekend.
Yeah,
as defensive as he can at this stage.
Yeah, I saw him look backwards there, and he got a little peek at Andy Debrino. I'm surprised he's looking back on the first lap. He's trying to want to look forward and look and try and make up some time on Jake, but maybe he's realizing Jake's got just a little bit of speed, wants to defend whoever's behind him, and you know, maybe even he's giving Jake a little bit of a break right now.
That's the number 12 that's gone down, and that is the BMW of Nick Kern. So that's the second crasher of this one, and a bit of a run on Corey West, but not quite close enough to try and attack on the brakes.
Yeah, that's one of those places if you can get in the inside, but Corey West is such a veteran move, and he's not leading that inside.
Big mistake there for Corey West, and that opens the door for Debrino as it comes across the line. Rod, just a replay of what happened.
Yeah, it just looks like when he's going back a gear, he just had a little bit of a problem. Lost the front.
He lost the front. Yeah, he tucked the front
on the brakes there, and what a save.
I mean, this is what we were shooting for, hoping to leave the rules open and really hoping to see someone build a bike like Arch has built to come out and compete against the water-cooled bikes.
I mean, he's got a big gap in front of him to the likes of Corey West. He's about 9 seconds behind his fellow Hardy rider, and then he's still got 4 seconds in hand on the riders behind him as well.
Corey West just ran a 44.9, so he's picked up the pace, and Rispoli coming through.
Rispoli able to attack there on Debrino, and Debrino with a look over his shoulder, and Roland, he needs to be looking forward now. There's still the chance of finishing second spot, but the margin between them, 2.5 seconds right now for Jake Lewis. He was able to win race 2 at Daytona. He was able to do the double at Road Atlanta, and he's able to pick up a race victory here in the Ridge Motorsport Park as well, and comfortable margin at the end over James Rispoli, but that 100 points in a row, that's critical for the championship right now as well, as Corey West comes across the line in 4th, Hayden Schultz in 5th, and Corey Alexander able to come away with a top 6 finish as well. Looks like Travis Wyman's going to come across in 7th spot, looking down there at his bike as well, so maybe a few issues there for Wyman. Came into this race 2nd in the championship standings, and he's given up a lot of points to Jake Lewis right now. But
there on the last lap.
Yeah, good to see that pace and consistency as well, and we'll see if he's able to make that step into tomorrow's race as well. But you can see there for Jake Lewis, that fastest lap of the race for him on lap 2, and from that point onwards he was able to set his consistent pace. Tweedy celebration across the line there as well, and nice to be able to see the triumph up there on the podium, Rog. First time this season we've had a non-Harley on the podium. Yeah,
and it's just great to see, as Andy talked about, you know, for a rider coming back from that injury, it's really tough.
It's been a minute since James has been on the podium. You know, he's a guy you expect to see on the podium, but hasn't been on the podium since Daytona, so great to see him back on the box, and great to see Andy Debrino back on the box after his Daytona crash last year.